Welcome back to Ingua News. Goa's first AI conference, Build with AI, organized by Google developers, brought together tech enthusiasts and professionals to explore future of artificial intelligence. Google experts shared insights on AI advancement, empowering Goans with knowledge and skills to harness AI for innovation and growth.
Build with AI, but I want to extend that to say build with AI in Goa for Bharat, right? So that's basically what you should be taking away as we go down. Quickly, just to obviously again some facts about who we are and what we do. I represent Google Cloud. I lead product strategy for emerging markets, our idea at Google is obviously most of us obviously I'm sure use Google on a day-to-day basis, various applications from maps to search and so on. But Google Cloud, the way it was set up, and it's very new compared to a lot of other cloud providers. The way it was set up was that at Google we know how to run planet-scale infrastructure, right? We are the only company in the world which has more than 10 applications with billion plus users. So again, when we use technology, we don't realize this, but imagine the fact that there's so many applications that Google runs, which has more than a billion users who are active day on day, month by month. And the idea behind setting up Google Cloud was that if we know how to run planet scale infrastructure, what does it take for other companies to benefit from our learnings, our experiences? And that's why we said that first party equal third party, which means all the infrastructure that we have, is there a way for us to expose that for others to benefit from? And that's how Google Cloud was set up. Our ambition is to accelerate every organization's ability to digitally transform its business and the industry overall. Fundamentally, we run a global infrastructure, which is what cloud is. And obviously on top of this is AI. And AI at Google has been prevalent for years. And while obviously Gen AI is something that has got our imaginations now, but at Google, if you've used search, which I'm sure most of you have, AI has been front and center for the last decade or even more.
Over the years, from my last tenure to the now, as an IT minister, we have been trying to put a lot of things in the ecosystem. End of the day, whether the academia, industry, and the government works together, the product is only when you guys have the fruits of it. The government wants to encourage the people who have to become like job givers, not job seekers. Not that I discourage them, I don't discourage them. But then the overall industry, if we need to move and start looking at opportunities, there are so many opportunities that are coming way that we cannot discount, neither can we neglect. Today you all are going to have a great day because all you students, industry leaders, I think Nitin is going to give his talk, everybody in one place which will allow you all to collaborate, get more things going, open ideas, open your mind much in a much better way and understand what you need to be doing. I always believe that the talent lies in Goans in a big way. Exposure is one thing which sometimes lacks at a particular point, which leads to lack of opportunities, and this lack of opportunities do not allow you to take your career in a manner which you normally would dream or plan about. I was just looking at so many things around. I think our generation is one generation which you all may envy to a certain place, that myself and Nitin come in that era, that we have seen the cassette players, and from there, from the transistors to the cassette players to what we are today in terms of technology driven, in terms of things which we would have never imagined. When the phones had just started coming out, we were told that there will be a day when we will be able to watch TV on a phone. And we used to laugh those days. TV and phone are this. And today you are looking at smartphones giving everything. Today we are talking about AI, we are talking about AR, we are talking about VR. Things which we have not even thought would have emerged as technologies in days to come. AI is disrupting so many things, but AI is here to stay. One way for a government is a challenge because we need to keep focusing on skilling, upskilling, reskilling to ensure that the children are able to, the youth are able to take up with the opportunities that come in. Because more of AI is lack of employment, less of employment is a ratio which we normally work on, and we would like to know what we can do there. We are in a system of collaboration, and that's how we started with the policy. Startup and IT policy 2017. Startups started getting recognition. Today we are roughly about 543 startups in Goa registered, certified through the center and through the state government, which are operating in different verticals. There was a time when we were talking about Silicon Valley as one place where everybody has to go there and work. Today you can sit here, you can make a product here, you can sell it somewhere else, you can do things over here and your ideas can work anywhere in the world. But it's something which you need to focus upon की आमका success to failure रेटूच करना. A startup is a story about less success and more failures. I always believe that is why when we talk about a startup ecosystem, I told the chief minister, I said seed funding दिता असताना पुढे फाटी पोवपाची गरज ना. Matching grant दिता असताना पुढे फाटी पोवू नका. शेवटी आमच्या गोंयकार भुरग्यांक समज आमी दिता, either who are in the job or who want to get a job or who want to be as a startup entrepreneur, we need to push him. Success is the later story which will be happy upon if he is able to transit. But giving him that push at a time is very important because sometimes two failures and the third time that fellow says आपल्याक पुढे आणि काम करपाचेच गरज ना. आपल्याकडे जावचेच ना. This I think is something which we should be very strong upon. If I am hell bent upon doing something, Prajot is one test case here in Goa. Test case means not test me, but he is a guy who started at a time and he was speaking about Google and when we were just trying to find out what it is. Today Sundar Pichai is handling the CEO of Google. Is an Indian, which is a moment of pride for all of us. Today Google is driving almost the whole ecosystem. The Chrome card, तांच्या आणि कितें card चालूच असता, which you know that the products are driving the whole ecosystem of technologies, which has made life so easy and simpler. As Janna, we are talking about different ways. We need to know how we can thrive the digital economy, how we can participate in the digital economy, how we can look at transforming the businesses. Today, every business today wants technology-driven products, and AI is driving the whole industry. Healthcare, somebody came with the idea on a healthcare, which was something very innovative. So products, what we can do is something which here we cannot sit and talk to you. But as a government today, we have opened our hands. We want to embrace technology. In the digital economy, what the Prime Minister calls is a very important tool in terms of talking about Vikasit Bharat 2047. Vikasit Bharat 2047 and what Dr. Pramod Sawant talks about Goa Vikasit being by 2047. All of you have a role to play. All of you all are leaders in your own scape, and that is why everything what you go to drive is not only going to drive Goa, but is going to drive the economy of the country. I was just telling Prajot, म्हाका आमकां हांगा दोनूच आसता. एक आसा economics and दुसरें आसा employment. And ताज्या खातीर we have started collaborating with the industry and the academia for years. For my last tenure with Manohar Bhai to now with Dr. Pramod Sawant, the funda is very simple. Policies are not driven by us. Policies are made as per what you people need. Policies are driven by what you guys can make and the industry can move. That is what we want to, because Tuzo success is our success. You all are going to come out of college and maybe after this you all are going to talk about your passion and your dreams which you want to make alive. But there are things which you can build up as a career by now because the policies which are already in there can allow you to groom yourself right from the college stage itself. At the startup amendment policy idea, which I think will be coming by this month, which will allow you to even get support from the government during your project days. आम्ही जेन्ना कॉलेजीन गेले, we realized that when the type of projects the students are making today are amazing. But it is the same story what we used to have. आम्ही कॉलेजीन असताना गाडी करपाक ट्राय केली. Total आयलो 70,000 कोट तेन्ना 70,000 with the chassis, with the whole thing, the motor to be brought, everything, the transmission to be done. 70,000 was the cost. Our father did not have money. We came from a very middle class family. But since we didn't have the money, we had to beg, borrow and steal. Tenna कोण तो VC आणि तुझा तो angel funding आणि कोण नशिल्ले, angelूय नशिल्ले. We had to just go around, beg and borrow. We couldn't steal also. So at that particular point of time, we realized that we didn't have that money to support a project. And we, instead of running on the ideas, we were running around money. So as we thought of transiting today, we said, why not give them that support at a college stage? So management of that college can talk about first 3 or first 2 projects which need to be supported with funding, which the government will fund to a particular extent. That will be the support for that particular person to go and pick up the project of his choice. Put less time on running around the finances around it and get into the project making.